Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Pilile, all things accounting, and here we discuss accounting, God, and resilience. I managed to obtain my postgraduate diploma in financial management, and for those who don't know, I graduated from the University of Johannesburg, the great University of Johannesburg. Oh my, how could I butcher that? It was difficult, but I was difficulter. In fact, that doesn't make sense in English. Iyayinzima, but mina ngizima kakhulu. Since then, life has just been a shock to me. You know, usually you know that, okay, I'm done with matric, the next step is uni. You know that, okay, I'm done with undergrad, the next step is postgrad. Now that I'm done with my honors, what happens then? And so that part really just, oh my, let me rewind. The reason why I was away since the ABSA case study challenge is because PG Dip was throwing hands. It was really throwing hands, and I wasn't able to show up for my YouTube channel as much as I had opted to, due to the fact that I wanted to complete my PG Dip and do it in record time. Already I did not obtain my qualification, my undergrad, in record time, so I have to at least get something in record time. So that was really the energy that I was entering with, especially within the last quarter of 2025. That was the energy that I was entering with. That was between August and October after writing my exams. And taking it from October till to date, the reason why I've been off of YouTube is solely because as an individual, I am an academics content creator, right? So that sort of came with an expectation on my side. You would say, okay, when I'm immediately done with school, I should have at least managed to get a job. Yeah, but with my reality, it didn't materialize, or at least it didn't materialize within the time span that I had set for myself, right? Which was February of this year. Because if you didn't know, most graduate programs usually start between January and February. So that's why, again, I was away for such a long time. It's because, okay, I was now overwhelmed with the fact that I've graduated. Now what happens? Graduating honors, especially with the intention of going into, or rather being employed the following year, is not like graduating high school. At least with high school, you know that, okay, I have uni. Undergrad, I'm done, I need to get to honors, you know. So as an individual, I've always managed to achieve those objectives, right? And then all of a sudden, there's this one objective that is a huge crisis within the country of South Africa that I'm facing, and my reality is I'm also going to be a part of the people that are unemployed, or the statistic of people that are unemployed. And that just came as a shock to me. I'm not gonna lie, it shook me, it overwhelmed me, and it just killed my spark for content creation. It spark some gone kanje, I'm telling you. Results. Whenever I am overwhelmed about something, I usually just take a step back. You know, that's how I am really as an individual. That was the reason as to why I've been away for such a long time, actually. Up until April of 2026, I've been unemployed. To elaborate on what I was talking about earlier on, it really took a mental toll on me, because I expected to be the exception. I really don't know, but for me, I have an accounting degree and I also have a PG Dip in financial management. So to me, it came as a shock being unemployed. For me, it wasn't really something that I had placed in the back of my mind. For me, that didn't exist, because what do you mean? I have an accounting degree. I have I'm doing SEMA. What do you mean I'm going to face unemployment? Do you understand? So that was really far-fetched in my mind, regardless of the statistics that we are facing in this country. That was really far-fetched for me. Being unemployed, oh my. I talk about the January-February season where everyone is just starting their new work, starting their new role at company, blah, 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 blah. Oh my. Envious of other people is not right, but the envy I had in my heart, guys, I genuinely wished that could be me. If only it was me. If only I was moving from home to a different city. A lot. It was a lot. With me, I always have to go through something painful before achieving something great. All the time. I'm not complaining, because at the end of the day, I always come out ngenzima kakhulu. Mine ever comes easy. There always has to be trials and tribulations, crying and sweat and prayers before something actually happens. Yeah, so the past 4 months of me being unemployed was really difficult. I'm not gonna lie, it was really difficult. And if you are facing unemployment, just know that it will come to an end eventually. I was saying earlier on that I was unemployed. Yes, your girl was unemployed. Your girl is now employed. I've known this for a while now. It feels good knowing that I'm employed. I'll tell you guys the story of when I actually received the call. So I received the call. I see what's okay, it's this company now. Okay, and then I answer, no, you're speaking to so and so. I just wanted to tell you that you got the job. I remember my reaction. Oh my, I was happy. I was over the moon. I remember I was screaming and laughing. On the phone call, I was so happy. And I remember even saying, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm trying to be as professional as I can right now, but I can't. But I can't, because I was just so happy, guys. I was over the moon. Don't mind the subtle behavior that I have right now. I promise you, on the day of getting the phone call, I was really happy. And I remember I called my partner, I called my friends, I told my mom, I told my parents. Everyone was happy for me. Everyone was happy. And the craziest thing about this program that I'm in is a friend of mine texted me a few days before graduation. Shout out to Kwezi, actually. She texted me and she asked me, dude, did you apply for this program? And I said, no, I didn't, because my average was not accumulating to the required average level. And then she said, okay, cool. And then we spoke about graduation and stuff. We graduated, cool, sharp. And then as I was scrolling through my LinkedIn, I saw the post, and the post said, no, you need to have an average of between 60 and 65. Yeah, and then from there I said, no, but I do have an average of 60. I may not have 65 and above, but I do have 60. Né? So then I applied. Actually, I should make a separate video on tips, yabo, to make sure that your application does stand out. Yabo. I applied, and then eventually I remember the program was closing on the 13th of March, and I applied on the 11th of March. Yabo. I applied, and then eventually I got a call. Hi, you're speaking to so and so from I always disclose the name, but should I say the name? Guys, I don't know how to navigate this new phase of my life, so I don't know if I should say the name or not. But clue, something to do with the case study challenge, something. Nah. So they called me and they said, we just have a few questions that we'd like to ask you. So it was more of a screening interview. They asked me all of the questions. It was nothing crazy. Babos, are you average? Where are you currently located? Are you employed or unemployed? It was really nothing crazy. It's not something that you could have prepared for, right? And then they told me that, okay, eventually they're gonna have interviews and I'll get back to you should you qualify to reach the interview stage. Sharp. And then Eventually I was summoned for an interview. I aced that interview. Oh my, the confidence that I had on that day was heavenly. It was heavenly ordained. That's not the confidence I usually have. You know, when it comes to speaking, public speaking, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give myself flowers. I'm very confident, yeah, well, and I'm good at it. I enjoy it. But the confidence I had on that day was heavenly ordained. It was anointed. Eventually, that's when I got the phone call. One of the best days of my life. The girl is finally employed, so you guys can expect corporate content from now on. And I'm also working towards my board exams, of course, so you guys can also expect that. People are wondering, where is my TikTok account? Guys, I lost my TikTok account. Remember earlier on I spoke about losing my spark? Yeah, I was very much impulsive. On that day I decided to deactivate my account, obviously with the objective of coming back, because what do you mean, I enjoyed creating content. They say you must have your account deactivated for less than 31 days or 30 days, and then it will automatically delete itself. I couldn't get it, so all things accounting on TikTok is gone. I'm sorry. That's why I disappeared. That's why you guys are not seeing my videos anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure that you like, you comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys on my next video. Bye.